Farming on the fractious border between Gaza and Israel is dusty, difficult work. But not for Akram Abu Khusa. His new strawberry farm is state-of-the-art, thanks to aid from the Australian government, implemented by the charity World Vision.
So the help given by charities changed our lives.
The multi-million-dollar aid program built wells and greenhouses for poor farmers along the edge of the Gaza Strip. It aimed to provide jobs and improve food security. The Palestinian territory relies mainly on imports controlled by Israel, which, along with Egypt, maintains a military blockade of Gaza. But the Israeli government believes millions of dollars of Australian aid has been funneled to the militant Islamist group Hamas.
All the money goes to the farmer to improve their life, to produce food.
Hamas has run the Gaza Strip since 2007, when it seized power from the Palestinian Authority. The group calls for the destruction of Israel and the creation of a Palestinian state in its place. It frequently clashes with Israel's military and launches rockets at cities and towns across the border. Israel alleges Hamas penetrated aid organisations in order to channel millions of dollars of foreign funds towards terrorism.
Innocent and impoverished Palestinians were denied vital aid supplied from nations around the world. Hamas used the stolen money to build a war machine to murder Jews.
Israeli authorities say the man responsible was World Vision's operations manager in Gaza, Mohammed al-Halabi. They charged him with aiding an enemy in a time of war, but he denies the allegations. The arrest of Mohammed al-Halabi was shocking. The allegation that government money was used for paramilitary activity sent chills through the huge aid sector here in Gaza. Australia suspended its aid, and both World Vision and the government began investigations. Both of those reviews, however, found no evidence Australian aid money had been misused.
The outcome of the investigation was that there was no evidence of resources being misappropriated, and in fact the only evidence that was found was that Mohammed al-Halabi was taking very active steps to reduce the exposure of the organisation to pressure from militia groups wanting to access resources.
Connie Lenneberg was Mohammed al-Halabi's manager at World Vision. She says the allegations he diverted millions to Hamas don't make sense. He required approval from overseas to spend more than $15,000.
One of the core allegations, which is that $50 million was diverted, is completely incomprehensible given that nowhere near that amount of money has ever been committed for programs in Gaza in the 10-year period in question.
Mohammed al-Halabi's family have been devastated by his arrest and continuing detention. They claim he's been tortured by Israeli security agents.
He has lost some of his hearing because they are beating him. When I was talking to him, he couldn't hear me.
Mohammed al-Halabi's case has been before the courts 129 times without resolution.
As you see, like all the evidence...
His lawyer, Maher Hanna, says the prosecution is subject to unprecedented secrecy and restrictions. Most of the evidence is classified. He's prevented from properly cross-examining witnesses and can't even keep transcripts of the court hearings.
They did not bring any objective evidence of any of the charges. Not people, not numbers, not materials, nothing.
The Israeli Foreign Ministry says the allegations against Mohammed al-Halabi are well-founded and the extensive restrictions are justified for security reasons. A view echoed by Benjamin Netanyahu's former advisor, Yarden Vatikai.
Everything here is done by law, and we're combating terror, but we're doing it according to the Israeli law and the international law.
very disappointing that after 3 years the case is still slowly dragging its way through the Israeli courts with no real evidence, with no evidence produced. And it means that Mohammed, a father of 5, is deprived of seeing his children grow up.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.